Hey guys, this is Big Black Barbecue, and today I am excited. It's actually not raining as it has been all week, and today I'm going to be cooking one of my favorite things, or smoking one of my favorite things, and that is seafood. I love seafood. My family is originally from California, so I get it from my I get it from my family, but I love seafood, and today I'm going to actually do a smoked seafood boil. As you see here, I got my sausage, my crab, my eggs, my shrimp, potatoes, and corn. I'm not going to boil this. I'm actually going to smoke all of it, including the eggs, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Now, the only thing that is going to be trouble with this is that it is all about time. What goes on for first, what goes on last, and what you have to do in between those steps. But for right now, we're going to unpackage everything, get everything ready, and we're going to get started. Okay, y'all. I got my grill primed and ready. We're going to open it up here, and we're going to start this seafood boil that we're smoking today. I got my smoker tube going, and I got my temperature set at 225. We're not going to go over 225 just because of all the different cooking temperatures, but we are going to start with things that are going to take longer. And right now, as you can see, I have my potatoes, my sausages, and my eggs. Those are all going to take the longest to smoke. You're going to smoke your potatoes until they're tender, so that should take the whole cook. And you're going to smoke your sausages until they actually get a nice smoky flavor, which will take the whole cook. Your eggs are going to take about 2 hours just to get to that hard boiled texture, and we're going to take those off in the middle of our cook, and we're going to put them on ice and peel them, and then at the end of our cook we're going to put them back just to get some basting on. What we are going to do in the middle of this cook is that we're going to come out here with our basting sauce. I'm going to show you what I'm going to use for that, and we're going to baste our potatoes and our sausages in the middle of our cooking, actually all the way throughout our cook. But right now, as you can see, I got this rack in here, and this rack, it's actually pretty nice because it's not going to have anything fall through, and it actually sets high enough to where I can actually get a nice smoky flavor. But we're not going to go over 225. If you're having problems with it going over 225, that's okay. If it goes over 235, 240, don't worry about it, because when you open the lid, it's going to actually climb back down. But it's not going to climb back down to where it has to build up. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put these potatoes, sausages, and eggs on, and I'm going to let them smoke for about an hour until I come back out here and see what I got. Okay, y'all, we are in an hour into this smoke, and we're going to look up and see what we have. As you see, my smoker tube is still going over here, which is a good thing. My sausage is starting to turn a little bit, and my potatoes are actually starting to get a little color. So right now, what we're going to do is we're going to start with our basting. We're going to baste every hour. I'm going to show you what I'm using here. This is just margarine, Old Bay seasoning, and hot sauce. I'm just going traditional with it. You can use any type of barbecue sauce you want. It doesn't matter. Well, barbecue seasoning, it doesn't matter. But I'm just using the old traditional Old Bay hot sauce and margarine. I went with margarine because it's made from vegetable oil, and it has a little bit of fat in it. You can use butter. It doesn't really matter. But the thing about butter is you have to clarify it first because of all the milk fat, the milk solids in it. There are tons of videos how to do it, but it's easier just to use margarine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to start basting my potatoes and my sausage, and I'm also going to put on my corn and start my corn going. Since we're into hour mark, corn takes about 2 hours at 225. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm just going to show you. I'm just going to do a light baste on all this. As you can see, my eggs are starting to turn. That is a good sign also. But we're not going to do anything with those right now until we actually get them cooked and peeled. But like I said, I'm just going to go start basting my potatoes. and my sausage, just to get that flavor on them that I want, that you usually see with a seafood boil. And like I said, we're gonna put our corn on also. My actual smoker is actually holding at 225, which is the lowest temperature on this smoker besides smoking. But yeah, this is just all this is. Mostly all of smoking different things it takes different times. You got to know those times down pat. One thing I did to actually get those is I just found out the different times, and I put them all on a list at what took the longest and what actually takes the shortest, and just basically played around with the list and actually got to where I knew what would go on first and what would go on last. But this is all we're doing for like the next hour or so. It's just basting everything, and we're just gonna let everything sit here and cook. Like I said, I'm about to put my corn on next. I actually got the corn with the husk on it because I don't want my corn to burn. I just want it to cook and smoke. And with the husk, that is easily done. What I'm going to do is that after I'm done cooking my corn, I'm going to remove the husk from it, cut them up, and put them back on the grill just to get an extra smoky flavor. And I'm also going to baste those, and I'm going to show you that later. But this is all we're doing, and we're going to let this sit for an hour, and we're going to come back in another hour and baste until we get to a certain point where we start taking our eggs off and our corn. Okay, y'all, I'm back at the 2-hour mark, and I'm gonna see what I have here. As you can see, my corn is starting to cook. My potatoes have gotten a little darker, and my eggs are actually starting to turn, which is actually, I'm about to take those off in a minute. And of course, my sausage for right now. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to basically baste again with that same mixture that I had with the hot sauce, Old Bay, and vegetable and margarine. And I'm just going to baste them. This is just going to happen every hour. We're just going to keep doing that to our potatoes. Our potatoes are going to take the longest to cook. And we're just going to baste everything else. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to start taking my eggs off to let those cool. I'm going to put those in ice water or very cold water, it doesn't matter, but I'm going to start getting those to cool down so they can get peeled, and then they're going to go back on the grill at a later time. But yeah, this is the 2-hour mark. As you can see, my potatoes are getting a little bit tender, so they got a little bit more. We're going to let the corn cook a little bit longer. And then we're going to take that off too and start shucking those all the way and also cutting them. Hey y'all, I just wanted to interrupt my smoke here just to go over something that somebody had commented on, and I'm going to show you. As you see, I got a lot of smoke coming out, but here's what I like to show you on this. A lot of people are wondering about the P1 or P0 to P4, P3 I think it is. That all depends on how much smoke you want for what you're smoking. Now, since I'm doing seafood this time and it's at a low temperature, I want my smoke to be infused a lot more. So I got mine on P2 right now. But if I was grilling, let's just say like the other video where I was grilling chicken, I would actually put this on a lower setting because it's not going to take that long for chicken, and I want my grill to maintain a higher temperature. But as of right now, as you can see, I got it on P2 because I'm cooking seafood and I want some smoke to actually get into the seafood boil that I'm doing on this grill. But that's just a little bit. I mean, you can switch these on. They go all the way up to 3, but right now I just got mine's on 2 just for the smoke. I hope that helps with whoever had the comment, but I just wanted to add that real quick. Okay guys, I'm back. I got about another hour to an hour and a half on my smoking, but I went ahead and did a couple of things just to get ready for the final stages. As you can see here, I've already took my corn off, which was actually cooked for about 2 hours, and I and I shucked them and cut them in half. I got my eggs peeled, and now I'm getting ready to season my crab legs and my shrimp. How to do this is very simple. You just take what you were basting in. Hopefully you made a lot of it, and this is what I have here. And all I'm going to do is just take my crab legs, and I'm just going to dip them in here, get them nice and what's the name on both sides. Make sure you get the bottom of the cluster too. And all I'm going to do is just let those sit here. And I'm going to do it to each one of these. And I'm also going to do the same thing to my shrimp, and I'm going to put those in a bowl. But that's all you're doing. You're just getting them ready and prepared to go outside and go on the smoker. It's not really too much you have to do with crab legs, since these are already cooked. And your shrimp are cooked really fast. As people know, that shrimp doesn't take that long to cook. Raw shrimp is basically done when they turn orange, but this is all you're doing. It's just getting your crab legs ready, and I'm going to do the same thing with the shrimp. And when I get to the last 30 minutes of my smoke, this is when I'm going to throw everything back on, and I'm going to show you what to do when that happens. Okay, y'all, I went ahead and put everything on the grill, but as you can see, I got enough room for everything. I'm going to let you get a look at this bottom part where all my crab custards are, corn, and my sausage is in the corner. But yeah, what you're going to do here is you're going to crank up your temperature to 250, and this should only take about 30 to 45 minutes. Like I said, I got 45 minutes left on my cooking. And what we're going to do is, for every 10 minutes, we're going to come out here and we're going to baste everything in that basting solution that we made. And I'm going to show you that now. We're just going to baste everything. Just get everything with the base, get it pretty covered. Don't worry about how much you put on there. Put a lot on there if you want, put a little bit if you want, but we're just going to baste everything. And by the time we finish with our crab legs and our shrimp that should turn orange, that will turn orange when they're done, we'll be ready to take everything off. But all we're doing for the next 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes basically, is we're just basting everything every 10 minutes. So all you want to do is just baste everything every 10 minutes. Make sure you get a good basting. If you like Old Bay spice, it really seeps into the seafood really good. This is just all we're doing. We're going to do this again, like I said, every 10 minutes for the next 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, y'all, I am done with my cook. As you can see here, this is the final result. I decided, instead of going to 30 minutes or 45 minutes, I went the full hour, just to get enough cooking on my shrimp to have them turn the actual color I wanted to. But this is the end result. What we're going to do now is we're just going to take our little basting sauce that we have, and we're just going to put a little bit more on there just to make it seep through. Get a nice good basting. And what we're going to do now is we're going to do the traditional way of a seafood boil, and we're going to dump it. This is what you have. Basically got my shrimp and everything. Everything's all mixed in, crab legs. We're going to take our Old Bay seasoning or whatever barbecue seasoning you have, and we're going to sprinkle just a little bit more on there just to get all the flavor in. You can never go wrong with Old Bay seasoning, but we're just going to get enough to just cover everything. And then we're going to come behind with our final, and that's the lemon. We're just going to give it a nice little squeeze over there. Got to get that lemon in there. Gives it that pop that you want, that little texture flavor. And only thing left to do now is just to taste it. So I'm going to start first with the corn, since it's so obvious it's right here. As you can see, my corn is cooked. Has that nice Old Bay seasoning on it. I can taste the spice from the hot sauce. It's perfectly cooked. It actually pulls away from the cob. Next, I'm going to try my eggs. If you notice that your eggs, they turn yellow when they've been smoked, which is a good thing. That means that you actually got some smoke flavor in there, but we're going to taste these now too. Oh yeah, you can definitely taste that mesquite smoke in there, along with the Old Bay. As you see here, it is fully cooked. That's good. I think the egg's probably one of my better things. I got my potatoes. You see they turn the golden color. I'm gonna bite into these, see for the texture and how hard they are, if they're really soft. Oh man, there's something about potatoes being on for so long, being smoked, that you get that actual softness to them, and the actual seasoning and the smoke is actually in the potato by the time you're done. That is awesome. I'm gonna try one of my sausages here. They've been on for the whole time. I take that back. The sausage is probably one of the best things. It's just something about a smoked sausage with Old Bay seasoning, and then you put that lemon on at the end. Oh God, this is so good. I want to keep on eating. I probably will after this video. But here's my shrimp. As you can see, it's got that nice orange color that it's supposed to have. And we're going to taste it and see. That's packed full of flavor. That is definitely some flavor in that shrimp. And then last, we're gonna try a crab leg. I'm gonna try and open it up just for you to see what it looks like inside. If I can get it with my hands. It's kind of hard doing this in one hand. Y'all bear with me. But that's my crab. As you can see, I'll bring it up a little closer so you can see it. I know it's a little hard with the light, but the crab is done. Let's taste it. Yeah, that's definitely good. I'm surprised. I'm actually quite shocked. I can taste the Old Bay seasoning and the hot sauce in it from dipping it in that basting fluid before we put it on the smoke. But the fact that it was only out there for about an hour and it actually has that smokiness to it, and you can actually taste the smoke in it, is unbelievable. But this is it, guys. This is actually how you make a seafood boil on your smoker, on the Landmann wood pellet smoker. And I don't know about y'all, but I got this food in front of me and it's smelling really good and I want to eat. So that's what I'm going to do. Just like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me anything that you think I could have did differently. I'll try it next time. But you guys have a good one, and it's time to eat.